Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name's Electra. I am your autistic tarot card reader for today with Mello, my cat. We're just going to do a little reading. Mello, I think, is about to sit down. So we'll be doing a reading over Mello. I'm so sorry. Okay. One card out, other pack. Two cards out, flat down. Other card, start with this card. Oh my god! Sorry. And sorry, I knocked everything over again. Keep knocking things over again. Okay, metaphysically, I know what's going on. Someone's about to make a very big, expensive mistake. Someone's about to do something, not physically as in a relationship or getting with someone in a relationship. Someone else is making a judgment about somebody, and the judgment that someone is making about somebody is wrong, really badly wrong, and someone is going to get into a lot of trouble and lose a lot of financial money for a business, and they will become very targeted. There will be a problem because someone, even though someone has gone, someone is wanting to buy their own self, regardless of what anyone else has said, is wanting to prove someone wrong, and they're wanting to prove someone wrong. It's going to cost somebody their liability, it is going to cost somebody their job, and it is going to cost a business a lot of money, because someone's going to have to get a big payout for something that's been going on and someone is doing something wrong in a business. Someone is abusing their power of authority in a management position, and someone is doing something very, very illegally wrong, and they're doing things that they know are wrong because they're wanting to target somebody. So someone gets in trouble, so someone leaves because they want someone to leave, and they know no other way for them to leave than to make little things happen that they know are only happening because they're making them happen. And someone's going to be caught, and there's going to be a management person who's caught, who's doing something very, very, very wrong, and they're not very good with their money and budgeting money, by the way. They're very frugal, not good with their money, they're just not good, and it's going to cost a business a lot of money because they are about to do the wrong thing, something very wrong. Are not as wise as what they think. They think they're wise, they think they're intelligent, and they think they're right, and someone is about to do something and they're very, very, very wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong indeed. Oh no. And again, we have three three fish wives, the three women that get together in the BICTH place in a position of power. Three women together in positions of power. They are swindling whatever they can to get rid of somebody. They are wanting to get rid of somebody, and they are wanting to get rid of that person, and because they can't find a way to get rid of them, they're trying to set the person up in whatever way they can to show some form of dishonesty to get rid of them. They are setting the person right up, red-handed. They will be red-handed. They are doing something wrong because they have found out, they've been hoping something is been going on to prove that they could get rid of somebody, and they've now found out they can't get rid of somebody because what they were thinking was wrong. They just want to get rid of the person now, so they're going to look for anything they can to get rid of them, and they're going to get that business in a lot of trouble, and there will become a lot of attention and media attention because of the person who's doing things behind closed doors, behind screens, when people can't see. They're going to try and set somebody up. This person is going to abuse their position in power, and at the end of the day, it's all because they don't like the person. Nothing else, nothing more. There's nothing else wrong with them. They don't like them. And let me just get a card to make sure what I'm feeling is right. Let me just get a card to make feeling and sure that I'm right. You right, Puppet? They're jealous of her. It's a female. They're jealous of her. Someone is very jealous of how someone looks, how someone holds themselves, how someone dresses. Someone is very jealous. Someone is very jealous. And sadly, someone is going to cause problems. And at the end of the day, if they continue to do what they're doing and they're doing things to try and get rid of this person, they will find themselves without a job. Because the person they are trying to get rid of has not done anything wrong, and that person's going to fight for their rights. They're not going to give up because they know they've done nothing wrong. They know there's nothing that I've done that's wrong, and they know this person is very jealous. There's a lot of visuals here, so someone is very jealous based on features of what someone looks like, dresses like, talks like, acts like, is with other people, confidence with other people. This person is, yes, they're singling them out. They're wanting to single them out so people don't like them, so they can get rid of them, and because they're hoping that person will just go. If they can get rid of all the friends that like them, that person around them, and have them work different times or different shifts so they can't work with them, they're hoping that person will leave. That person has done nothing wrong and has no reason to leave because I've done nothing wrong. There is someone in management, let me do it again, abusing their power. We need cameras here. There are cameras here, but the cameras for the people who are in this management powered position. They have the authority of power in their hands of management of video surveillance. They have the power there. So finding them doing something wrong is going to be very hard unless you're big in business and you can be very smart and you can have cameras to watch the people who are your managers to see if they are doing the right thing with the people in the business. Because I'm telling you, even managers will do wrong things. Not even managers are right. Not even managers are all good. Not even managers are there and doing wonderfully the great thing at all time. This person's not doing the right thing. This person's doing things behind closed doors. Curtains are closing, trying to set somebody up, trying to tell people things about the person so they don't like them. And then when the person meets this person, different people meet this person and people like them, that's not what they want. That is not what they want, because they want people to dislike them, so they have a means and a need and a means to get rid of them. I've pulled 2 more cards. Yes, definitely. They're wanting that person to be alone. They're wanting that person to leave. The cameras, the light. These people in a business, there's people in a high area. They know what's going on. They're not stupid, but they don't think. Management are doing stuff behind the scenes. They don't think they would be setting things up. They don't think that things will be going awry because they trust the people that are working within them. However, the people underneath, they trust that the people who are in their management positions are looking after and caring for the people underneath. Someone will see what's going on. There will be someone who will see what's going on and they'll cotton on like that. And someone will be wise. Some person, it's a male, will be wise, and there will be cameras fitted in a place when the managers are not there to get the managers for the things that they are doing wrong behind closed doors that people don't think that they are doing, but they are. Things are not just going missing, or things are not being put here and there. It's not possible. These things are happening in areas where there are only personal people in a working situation who can go to when these things are disappearing and going, they're sending somebody up. Because at the end of the day, it's like the beautiful white pony, the beautiful white horse, the beautiful like angelic sort of like fairy. They don't want people to like the fairy. They don't want people to like the what were they called, My Little Ponies, or like unicorns. This person is different. They don't want people to like them because they want that person gone, because that person does not fit the narrative of doing everything that that person wants, because this person is too much of a whistleblower, so to speak. And from this situation, they're wanting that person just gone, 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 and gone. And if they can get people around to cause problems, whatever it is, but they want them gone. Someone, somewhere, it's like God is going to be watching somewhere, somehow, something. And they're going to see that things that, it's a little handbag. Like a little handbag. But it's like a little handbag. That's what it looks like, a little handbag. But the handbag is like, many years ago, they used to have binoculars, which are two, and they used to be put in like a little handbag, and it used to be up, and it used to be in a little handbag. So there's something to do with bags, handbags, or a bag, something to do with bags and handbags. There's something to do with that, and something to do with someone is going to cotton on. Someone's going to cotton on, hopefully not too late, and cameras will be set up to find out who's doing this. This is being done by people in a management position, and they are just wanting someone to go. They're wanting whatever forecast of frost and rain and hail and storm to come over that person, because that person is being happy and free-willed and trying to do the best they can to keep going on and going on. They're going to try and step in some other way. There has to be someone who's smart in a business, and this business has to be run by somebody. There's another party that's running this business. They need to send in security people to set cameras up to watch the management in this business, because there is a manager abusing their power, and having the people that they like, that fit in with them, and their friends and family and children and what have you. But someone is going to cotton on. Someone's going to cotton on. And let's hope it's not too late. But someone's going to cotton on. Someone's abusing their power. Just going to go into another card. And Mellow's laying in front of the phone as I'm doing the tarot card reading. Laying right in front of the phone. She never does that. She does like she's protecting me, and like she's protecting this reading. So I'm so sorry, but part way through this reading, I've got a name that has come to me. This name I might not even being part of the reading. It's a spirit, and the person's name is a Marlena, not a Marlene, a Marlena, and she's for some reason, I don't know who it is out there, but there will be someone who will watch this or know of somebody who this person wants to be known that they have come through. You will know who you are. This won't just be some random bizarre thing. It will be destined for that person. But a Marlena, and she went through, there was lots of it's like vomiting, lots of it's very hard what she was going through. It was like chemotherapy or something she was going through. A Marlena, but she just came into the reading, and beautiful soul. But I'm getting back to the reading, but I had to say that because it just kept coming. and I'm so sorry, sometimes that may happen from time to time. Okay, someone, so it's very important that whoever heard that, what I was talking about, that Marlena, it's very important that whoever hears that, that they are taking care of themselves. There will be someone who that will understand what that person's name who came into the reading was, but that person needs to, there'll be someone who it will relate to, and that person needs to look after themselves and start to protect and look after themselves and make sure that they're okay. And I think they have a little animal as well, and it's really important for you to make sure that everything is okay, you're okay, and you're feeling okay, and you're not overwhelmed and haven't gone through too much stuff. I'm going to try and get back to our reading. Might go into something else different because it is a general reading. Okay. Yes, we're just going to another part of the reading now. So we have peace. Someone needs to be taking care of themselves and looking after themselves. Maryjoe. I have a Maryjoe. And someone needs to look after themselves. So this is, I have that Marlena from Spirit who had passed over, and I also have a Maryjoe. Very slim, tall person. Maryjoe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. And whoever is going to watch this, Maryjoe, someone was given a necklace, or someone gave her a necklace. There's a symbology about someone being given a necklace, or a group of people, or collectively being given a similar family necklace. It will mean something very strongly, but it's from love, and she sends you her love. Going to pop it. Okay. Okay, so we have somebody who's going back to partners from the past. Someone's going back to partners from the past that haven't treated you very well before, and thinking that they will change, and they're not going to change, and their situations are not going to change, and similarly their lives are not going to change. And these people were guys, men. This was a man, and the man that this person keeps going back to, it's like the person represents that they're changing, and then they will change, and they will change, and but they're not changing. And I feel they had a lot of infidelity. There was a lot of infidelity, a lot of, I have to be careful what to say here, a lot of sexual orientation, the person. Okay, sorry.